Anyway, CRA.
Let's move on.
Some dude was talking about on Reddit, and he was making a lot of trades in the past few years. And it's not simply with Bitcoin; he did it with shitcoins as well. And in fact, he said he lost a few $100,000 through his trades. And I can understand that if you had to, put a lot into it, and especially these shitcoins that went close to zero, I could see that he lost some of that, or almost everything. But he submitted this to CRA at the end. It was actually for taxes in years past, for tax that he filed in years past, as a way to take advantage of reporting a loss. So he submitted this information that he got from Kraken because he used that exchange primarily, and also Coinly. It's a product a lot of people use to track their
tax
buys and sells.
Transaction product, right? Yeah. Okay.
CRA was having none of it. They wanted more detailed information. So the Coinly and what Kraken provided was not sufficient for them. And so they weren't satisfied. So just for people out there, you have to be aware that especially when you're trading KYC'd Bitcoin or something else into something else like USDT, Liquid, anything that's not named Bitcoin, that is a taxable event. So you will need to provide a detailed summary to CRA when asked. And also, it's an administrative headache, as I mentioned. People need to be aware that this is a requirement for you, just in case a tax man comes after you. They have every right to come after you if you do this, especially with KYC Bitcoin. So check it out. If this might apply to other jurisdictions, but at least in Canada, this is one of the things we have to do. And I can say with a high degree of confidence that Canadians should be aware of this, that hold on to Bitcoin. If you don't, ignorance is not going to save you.
Just curious, what did the CRA want? Was there a story update there? Because that's really what everyone. The exchanges give you that data on your buys and sells, right? I don't know what it looks like for a place like, Coinly, but I know ShakePay, you can get an X or CLV, whatever the Excel file format is, XLV, XLS, whatever. And it has all your trades on there, your buys, sells, your shaking sats, has everything. So if that's not enough, what else do they need?
That's a good question. He didn't elaborate, but the fact that he mentioned that what Coinly provided and what Kraken provided was not enough, that to me is rather scary. Now, granted, he was probably asking for a few $100,000 worth of losses, and that's probably countless of trades. So the laundry list of trades that he's done, but still, it shows you that they're not messing around. So when you're dealing with CRA, and same may apply with the IRS, I have no clue, but you have to have all your ducks in order, because if you don't, they could come after you. And that's something you don't want to go through. You don't want to bend over and have them look at you through your anus.
Those services, like the CRA, you say what you want about them. That's a function of the Canadian government. It's an important one. I think, people say taxation is theft. Maybe not. My concern for those services is not that they're going to be made irrelevant. There's always going to be an attempt at tax collection, but man, they just were not prepared for stuff like free trading for retail. And definitely not for stuff like free crypto trading for retail, where everyone now is just high volume. You know what I mean? There was a time when doing a certain amount of trades in your TFSA made you a day trader. It would exempt you from the capital gains protections that the TFSA allows you. These guys, they're not ready for this kind of stuff. And we don't talk about this a lot. We talk about, this sort of in the same vein, these stories where governments and large institutions are trying to play catch up with the tech in terms of enforcement. Sometimes, the attempt is fruitless and doesn't look to have an easy solution for the powers that be. This is another one of those examples that's kind of under the radar. There's just not enough manpower to go through all these documents for all these high volume retail traders. Is there? Can you imagine going through someone's Kraken or Binance history, trying to find out whether they have a capital loss or not?
In the States, they hired 89,000 IRS agents. So maybe they are equipped over in the United States.
They're going after high net worth individuals. Remember, that's what we were told.
Yeah, maybe when they're done after that,
you're not calling them liars, are you? I think they're
no, but they're armed. So I'm not going to call them anything but Sir Madam.
Sounds like you might be.
No.